Yeah, I mean, I imagine nobody's playing Vanguard, but if you are and you've played the zombies, you were probably just as bored as we were. I'm just going on a
Yeah,
limb and
we've been
guess.
frustrated, and I think everybody has been frustrated about where the direction they've gone with zombies, and it's been bad for a while. I mean, I stopped playing Call of Duty so long ago that I can't even remember the exact zombies that was the worst one of all. But uh, Transit to me in Black Ops 2 was probably the last of the goodness of zombies, and ever
Yeah, that was
since
kind of
kind
like
of
the
that
peak.
game, they've done they've done games where they brought back the old maps, but here's the problem. We just played Vanguard Zombies, and oh my God, what a shit show. I couldn't believe it. The only competition I had was against my own thumbs wearing out from playing the game. I mean, I think an hour and a half goes by, and we're just round 10. And it's just
Yeah,
like the only reason we quit is because we're done. It's just like
yeah,
we could go on forever, and I don't care to go on forever.
yeah.
And the overall problem is that they're adding too much shit to it. They don't understand why zombies was good in the first place. To me, and I think to Ian as well, like the best part of zombies was usually the best part of everything is when it first starts out. The Nazi zombies, when it first came out, they got the feel right. The fact that there were Nazis, it made it even more evil, and the music was
Well, it was
just
actually
spot on.
scary. Now it's
It
not
was,
scary at
yeah.
all. There's nothing scary about it.
If you play Dead Space, for instance, Dead Space is the source of the best horror game experience. If you want to look at like how to make a scary ass game, look at the first Dead Space. They take away all information as much as they can for you to see, so you're just focused on
Right.
the environment.
Hmm.
And this is what Nazi zombies did in the first place. It was very simple. This is the thing about simplicity. Very simple. There wasn't all this like pack a punch this and all that. Pack a punch is fine. There are good additions to it, but we're just going back to the basics. Simple is better than complicated. That's really the thing. And even with Call of Duty in general, they have complicated things and the simplicity is gone. And there are some things to add and some things not to add.
Like I do think that zombies just in general is not like I know there's people that just play day in and day out, just nonstop the same map all the time. Like those nerds exist, right? But it's like I think at some level zombies does get boring. Like I'm sure in the old days Transit got boring, but it didn't lose its replay value after the first or second game like these new ones do. I mean, it's just like you're bored after the first game. That shouldn't be happening. I should want to play it again multiple times. And it's like honestly, it's like I'll play zombies and I'll upgrade my gun like for multiplayer, like halfway or something like that. I'll get to like rank 30 on my gun or something like that, whatever it is. And I'm so bored of zombies at that point. I don't even want to play zombies again to upgrade my weapon. Like I don't even that incentive is thrown out the door. I don't even care because I'm just so bored at that point.
Yeah, let's look at another shitty game. So best game, fucking Dead Space for your horror example. And let's look at the really one of the shittiest games ever made on the planet, Destiny and Destiny 2. Just raw shittiness. And why is it so shitty? So I upgrade my weapons, the bosses get increased. So I'm always playing the same game. It's like my incentive to play is just to upgrade my weapons so that the zombies just match it or the bosses just match it or whatever.
Yeah,
That to me is pinnacle boredom.
it
And
is.
so
It is.
like
And funny you say that, Daniel. It's like you know what I noticed? Like you're fighting to upgrade your weapons, right, and your ammo and your perks and all this stuff. It's like like I'll rush to upgrade things and pretty fast. And even when I do it, Daniel, it's like I only have like one or two rounds where like I'm really OP having a good time.
I'm pretty sure it was 2 hits down
In
in
the
the
old
first
one,
zombies.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that was
it was
fucking yeah, that was
ridiculous,
hard as
dude.
shit. If it was
People
two
got
hit
pissed off
down.
that Juggernaut. What was it? 3 hits, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
So I love it. Just a little bit of an upgrade, just a little bit. Not fucking doing it 1,000. Now there's 1,000 ways to get like I get to upgrade my fucking Juggernaut, and then they lose all the personality of zombies too. They don't carry on the personality. I don't have like the you need a little revive fucking music like that everybody loves. Like I love that shit, and I go to the
Yeah,
place
yeah.
and I'm drinking it. It's like why are they just getting rid of the personality? Because they should be building on that personality, and they don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now they
Yeah.
have just 1,000 avenues. I'm going through this teleporter. I get to upgrade my stupid idle heart, whatever the fuck that is. And they're so confused because they're like, why don't people like zombies? Let's just throw more shit into it. Somebody's got to like some aspect of it. Like that's not how you make a game, and that's the same thing they're doing with Call of Duty. Let's just pile on everything. Let's just reach everybody because somebody in that audience is going to like it, and then you
Yeah.
lose the original audience that actually likes your game. And this is happening everywhere. But
Yeah, it's not appealing to the broader audience thing. It's just fucking everywhere, I guess. But what's the one, Daniel, that had like the prison block or something, and you had those like staffs? No, it had the giant robots that you would get in.
oh my god,
Remember that one?
Of the worst
That was
examples
one of the
zombies.
worst. No, that was where I started to hate zombies because we were playing with Alex's brother Liam or something like that. It's like, oh, how does he know everything? It was like day one. Daniel was like, how does he know everything? Oh, he YouTubed it. It's like I figured out that it was a shitty fucking game whenever I realized like, hey, you have to like look this shit up to figure it out. Like all these stupid Easter eggs. Like the whole game's a fucking Easter egg to win. It's like, okay, that's just not fun anymore. That's just too much convoluted bullshit. I mean, some of that stuff's okay.
You can
some
do
of that
a
stuff's
little
really
bit
cool,
of it,
but
transit
yeah.
is just the top of it. You don't do any further than transit.
Transit's like
was
just
transit
enough,
was a
man.
little bit, but like the idea that I got to get a fan and I got to put on this door, that shit is a little. You don't know it shit, so you do have to know your friends. So a little bit of that is okay to some degree. I don't really like that too much at all. I kind of want you to be able to figure it out on your own, the best you can.
Yeah, within like the first couple goes or something like that, or even honestly the first go, like I shouldn't have to look shit up on YouTube or go on Reddit or something to figure out how the fuck people are getting past a certain point or upgrading something. That's just or where this is. Like that's just like stupid.
The best part.
You're
the best
creating
part
like a
about- yeah, go
maze.
on.
It's like you're creating a problem where it's just a big old fucking maze. And it's like, hey, all I want to do is really like find a hallway somewhere and sit in a corner and shoot zombies. Like that's like more fun than like running through your stupid maze.
I want it to be harder, but here's the best part about zombies. It's going from round 1 to about round 10. It used to be about, I don't know how long, it could be even round 15, to where you have fully been equipped. But if you don't get through these stages correctly, if you don't open the right doors, you don't, get your perks at the right time, or you have the wrong gun, like I want that to be more of a mess to where that's really the heart of zombies, is figuring that shit out. And nowadays it's so easy. I already get to the end immediately, and now all I have is just the boringest part of zombies, which is, and it's not that boring. Kino der Toten, or whatever the name of it is.
Yeah.
That's really good example of how to do zombies right. That was really well done. Of just like
Yeah, you opened up the whole
process to
map,
getting
but
to
it was
the end.
still fun. Yeah. But
And I
you don't-
love the part where
yeah.
you don't open up certain parts of the map. It's not smart to open up every part of the map. I just love the logic that you have to use and shit like that. That might
Yeah, like
help
the
you.
noob will open up a wrong room or something like that. It's like, oh, you fucked
like, no,
up,
no,
and
we
you
don't
ruined
do that,
everything.
no.
Like,
Yeah.
like that's kind of cool a little bit.
There's none of that shit anymore. The idea
Yeah.
is to just open up everything immediately.
and then you open it all up within the first like couple rounds, and then it's just running around in a circle killing zombies, which like on Kino der Toten or whatever was really cool.
That was the incentive. It was still hard though, because
It was. But they had that cool dynamic with that like teleporter and shit or whatever on the stage. That we're thinking about the same one, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, God, that was just so cool. That was like, yeah, that was up there. That was Black Ops 1.
That was a
Yeah.
well balanced zombies. That's what
It
I'm trying to
was.
say.
It was just enough
Balanced.
of like they got the running around dynamic right. The map was fun to run around in circles, and I mean that sounds weird to say, but it's like
You
I mean,
don't
you
like
need to have
running
an
around in
engaging
circles, but
map.
that's the best example
Yeah,
of something
yeah.
that could entertain me in that running mode. I mean, I just love camping, honestly. And for instance, Der Rise is one of my favorite maps, and it's simple. You can run around in it. It's got both options, or you can camp in a certain spot for a section. And I love that it has that possibility that you can
Right.
camp in certain areas of it, based on the doors you open and all that. And I think that should be encouraged in zombies, and it's just completely thrown away. They just want you running the entire time. And I mean, I want the avenue of being able to encourage camping. One way they encouraged it is by giving you traps in certain areas to you turn on the trap. I want that to be a part of the strategy. So Zombies still has some room for improvement, but the beginning games are absolutely the best.
Like
But not
holding them
throwing
off
shit
in one
that I don't
area
need.
needs to be
Throwing
a
shit that-
valid
yeah.
strategy,
Yeah.
I think. And I don't mind running around. I mean, that's just honestly that's most of what zombies is anyway. It ends up being that anyway, but it's just it's the thing that I've noticed is that it's kind of you're killing a lot of zombies in the new game, but it's not it's just not done in a fun way. It's just like it's in
One, it
I
needs to be
can't.
scary. Needs to be
Yeah, it's
scary. You
not
need
scary at
your
all.
life needs to matter more,
Remember,
and you need
hey,
to get
the
down
old maps were
quicker.
super bright, or sorry, dark. Sorry, the new ones are really really bright. And
Vanguard in general is bright.
yeah, no,
So
it's like I go outside and I'm blinded by the sun, and there's zombies out there. It's just they may as well not even be zombies. It's just not scary at all. The music's not scary. The score's not scary. It's just I don't know. It's just
here's the thing about. I'll say that it's not necessary. It's not a huge deal, but I mentioned running before, running fast. The thing about Vanguard is really stupid. Games that make you run faster. What do you lose with that? You lose the size of the map. You lose the character of the rooms that you're in. You don't get to explore them as much. You're just like running to the next room immediately, and you don't get to take in what's going on around you and what's better about this room. It's like that's what you lose.
right. Yeah, what you're talking about is positioning, right? So like positioning matters
Yeah.
more when you're a slower when the whole
Yeah,
thing's
I'm
a
gonna get
slower
on this
pace.
window. I'm gonna
But
guard
if you
this window.
can
We
run
don't have that
if you
anymore.
can run around a crowd of zombies, Daniel, in like 3 seconds, I mean, you could make it through a fucking tight hallway with a whole crowd of zombies in at 3 seconds, or if you're
Remember?
running
Yeah.
that fast, right, like you do in Vanguard. Um, but yeah, in the old games you couldn't. I mean, you're real slow. You're going to take a couple hits on the way by, and these zombies don't even hit you when you go by them. I mean, I think they kind of
True.
did that on
That too. I
purpose.
mean,
I think
even
they want
easier.
people to stay alive, like because maybe
They
the
did.
target audience is
This,
like 10
yes.
years old, but
Okay, so here's the
you
truth.
know.
The target audience is the shittiest player in the world, and Ian's really discovered this anyway. Vanguard is for shitty fucking gamers. It just gives you every room in the world to be a fucking shitty player and give you all the grace in the world for being it. And it hinders the guys that are really good. The really good guys will always be on top, but
Right.
um yeah, their broader audience is people with no brain cells.
Yeah, I
Um
agree.
and this isn't just kids. Kids are smart. It's not even just kids. Kids are smart. I was a kid once. You don't have to be. You're not an idiot just because you're 12 years old. You could be up there. I'm not saying that. But if you're just dumb in general, yeah, you're gonna love this game and you're gonna stick with it. And the people that they're bringing in aren't gamers. Those aren't gamers. People don't like a challenge. You're not a gamer. I'm sorry. You're just not. You don't get why
Hmm.
games are fun. You really don't.